It is an odd feeling that I believe we have all had in the past, finding the right words to concisely introduce ourselves to people that we don't know. Well, in this case, I find myself in the unique position of being able to introduce myself to people I know as well as people I don't know. Hello, my name is Timothy Wilkes, and I've spent the entire 38 years of my life living in the Dallas area. These days, I live with my wife and identical twin 2-year-old daughters in Garland. Currently, I am attempting to finish my associate's degree by May and then hopefully find myself in the radiologic science program here at Brookhaven. Now that you know a little bit about me and my background, I will spend the next few minutes talking about several objects, 4 to be exact, that reflect bits and pieces of my personality or belief structures to hopefully give you all a better indication of who I am, even though most of us have never met in person. Took me a little while to come up with this very first object, but the object I chose was this bottle of Bourbon Barrel Temptress from Lakewood Brewing Company. It may sound strange that I would use a bottle of beer as an introduction to who I am, but it explains an active part of my life and personality. For starters, I work at Lakewood Brewing. Now, I've only worked there since August, but Lakewood is about as important to my history as anything else in my life. I started as a volunteer at Lakewood in 2013. My wife and I had our first date there, and ultimately a rehearsal dinner was held there as well. Throughout this time period, I have been lucky enough to have made friends with many people entrenched in the local beer scene, which ultimately landed me my current job. As you can see, beer has played a huge role in shaping the path that my life has taken, and I value the relationships that I have gained as the result of a simple, delicious beverage. However, there are some things that even a good beer can't keep at bay, and that leads me into my next object, this blood pressure machine. This is meant to be a representation of the anxiety and pressure that I battle constantly. Anxiety is the biggest struggle that I face in my daily life, and it can be devastatingly crippling at times. Imagine standing next to your biggest fear, knowing all the time it's only a sheep in wolf's clothing. You know it's not real, but your brain cannot tell the difference between the reality and the chemical interpretation of fear coursing through your veins. The resulting anxiety attacks leave me physically and mentally exhausted. Not to mention the frustration and anxiety it brings to my wife. I also worry that my daughters will someday fight this battle. I wish it on no one. Okay, so why don't we bring the anxiety levels of everyone back down after something that heavy? To do that, I like to move on to an object and subject that's a little more lightweight and breezy. Shorts! That's right. My third object is a pair of shorts. The reason I have selected this object is because I feel like there are many times people look at me when I'm out and about and wearing shorts, yes, even in the wintertime, that pass a negative judgment on me as being too unprofessional or immature, and that's frankly just false. I do not believe that I am a man that is defined by the clothing I wear. I am defined by the actions I take and the work that I am putting in to providing for my family. I wear shorts because I get warm very easily, and honestly, I just don't function well when the temperature range of my clothing exceeds my body's definition of comfort. In addition to temperature control, shorts are much more comfortable to sit in while doing hours of homework at a time. Climate control and comfort are important factors in choosing the direction that one should take with clothing, but this next object, I hope can warm everyone from within. My final object comes to you by way of my wife, and the object she chose is our wedding tree. And she perceives me to be like a tree in several ways. A tree is deeply rooted in the ground, and the roots help provide sustenance and nutrients.
Go ahead.
Sustenance and nutrients to the rest of the tree body. In the same vein, she believes I help provide the necessary growth and development tools our girls will need to become strong, intelligent, and independent young women. She also says I keep her grounded by keeping her emotionally centered, either through word or actions. A tree's roots means that it always stays in the same place, but is also constantly growing and changing. In many ways, she feels that I am constantly changing and striving to create a good life for our family through an always developing inner drive to make myself better. Lastly, and specifically about our wedding tree, the individual thumbprints making up the leaves represent a literal growth in terms of the family and friends that I have had into her life. I hope that this little adventure that we have taken has given you all a decent insight into who I am and what I value. Even though I constantly battle anxiety and people who inexplicably hate shorts, I always strive to keep my roots firmly planted in my family and share a quality beer with family and friends in celebration of a blessed life. On that note, I hope you all enjoy a quality beverage of your own choosing, and I look forward to toasting your speeches as we all complete our journey through the remainder of this course. Thank you.